Hello guys, so the lighting may be a little bit different today. I'm recording actually before sunrise, so I'm kind of using impromptu lights to make it work out. But I know I promised someone a meditation video. I haven't gotten around to doing the research for that, but I would like to talk about society because society is a problem. I think it used Well, okay, let me start with this. Society is the reason why humans are different from other animals and other species, but at this point, society is destroying us slowly. And I feel like a lot of the problems that we have is due to society. If you have a question, am I feeling this way? Why is like this happening? Why is this happening? Why can't I get a job? It's like almost always the answer is society. And that was actually something that my English teacher said in junior year, AP English. He was like, when in doubt, the answer is society. And it's like, it was such an important lesson to learn. I feel like everything is about society, everything revolves around it. You can't get away from it. You can try, but you'll go missing or whatever, and you'll like, I don't know. I've thought about living on my own island somewhere with a couple friends, and we have our own little community, and we just live there till we die, or we just create our own little country. But it's like some of us are so fed up with society that we can't stand the thought of living our whole lives here. And honestly, I think the best tip of advice I can offer myself or anybody who's stressing out about how society is affecting them is that you can only do so much. You gotta just deal with what you can. You gotta not worry about what doesn't affect you. You can advocate for changes, but you can't stress out when changes don't happen. And I feel like me, I can make a small difference in people's lives, but a meaningful one. And I think that's what's important in life is helping others, but you don't need to necessarily do it on a large scale, like be president and like pass all, or I don't know how it works, but basically be like up there and deciding the laws. You can help people in a nursing home. You can help people by teaching them. You can help them by just listening to their problems. You can help them by being like a friend. You can help them by, just straight up love. And honestly, when I took a resilience class, my teacher said the answer to life, the key to happiness is love. And there was one other thing, but that's what really stuck out to me. It was love. And it's not necessarily, I'm not talking about being in love or being in a relationship. I'm talking about just loving people, loving friends, loving family, loving things you do. It's just straight up love for beings and things, love for yourself. Um, and I think it's a really important thing for, everybody to be involved in other people's lives. You never want to just focus on yourself and only yourself and not care about anybody else. I think there comes a point in your life where you realize that, things that you've done up to this point are just not the way you want to do things anymore. People might have multiple points in their life where that happens, but it's like, I think now with the way I am, the way I want to be, I want, um, I don't know. I feel like my whole life has kind of been a mess of different emotions and personalities and trauma, but um um what am I trying to say here? I forgot my train of thought. But like the important thing to remember is that you always have a purpose in life, even if it's very small. It's like even if you have one parent living left, you don't have any friends, it's like your purpose is to be there with that parent and to make them feel loved and for you to feel loved by them. And it might sound really cheesy, but everybody has a purpose. Nobody lacks purpose. And I think it's important to remember that society will try to tell you you don't matter, that you're just a number, that you're just going to be like everybody else. But what you got to do is make sure that when people meet you, they always remember you. You don't want to be that person that is on the side, not doing anything, minding their own business, and nobody remembers. Because that's what makes you feel like your life is meaningless. But the thing is, nobody's life is meaningless. I'm telling you right now, no one's life is meaningless. Everyone can make a meaning in their life, and basically what their meaning is what they're doing to impact other people. How are they helping other people? Like, what are you doing for your job? Are you like, even stuff like, okay, you think like working as a doctor or a lawyer or whatever is like the only way you can help people? No. When you're working in a fast food like drive through at McDonald's, you're helping people. You are literally getting them fast food that is easily affordable and quick. And the faster you do it, the better for them, you know? And so everybody has a purpose, and we don't value all careers enough, and that's, society again. But I think it's important to remember that even the people on the bottom are worth something. And we like to think that, doctors and lawyers and all the nurses and I don't know, there's like a whole hierarchy in the workforce. The hierarchy doesn't mean you matter more or less. It means you get paid more or less, and society views you as more valuable. But that's not true. Everybody's job is meaningful. No matter what you do, you're doing something that's helping other people in some way. Even if you're like a game developer, say, you're helping other people, have quality entertainment. There's always a reason. There's a reason why there are jobs. If there wasn't a need for something, there wouldn't be a job to help create that product or that, you know, service, okay? Like, you can feel bad about your situation, your anything, but at the end of the day, everyone matters. And if you want to talk to me about anything specific, you can always comment below on any time you felt worthless, how you got through it, or whether you're still going through it. I've definitely been there. I know I've talked about it before, but when I tore my ACL and I was already really depressed, but I remember this one summer I was just lying in bed and I couldn't even see a reason to keep moving, and I didn't really care either. I just stopped caring, and I didn't want to plan for my future because I thought to myself that I didn't have a future. And it wasn't like I was going to take my own life, but I just didn't see a future for myself, and I didn't really care if I were, to just die like in bed in my sleep. I wouldn't have minded. I think that everyone kind of goes through this hardship, and it's around early 20s that this happens. I think it's happening to my brothers right now, to be honest, but everyone has to find themselves, and your 20s is when you do that. And I know that a lot of you are in your 20s and 30s, but any of you probably can testify to this. You've all gone through that hard place where you think that life is not worth living. You're like, what's the point? And then you realize that there's a lot to live for. And I think that's my important message for today, is that you do have a lot to live for, and everything that you do is meaningful. Even if you're just lying in bed and you're resting, that's meaningful because you're getting rest and you're restoring a lot. If you're eating, if you're walking, if you're doing anything, you always are doing something with purpose. You're never just lying around. Even if you are just, feeling unproductive, you're lying around, you're resting still. You're still like trying to fire up for when things need to get done. And I feel like procrastination and all that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing nothing. There's always a purpose for what you're doing. And I think there's always also a reason why you're doing what you're doing. Even if you don't know why you do something, there's always a reason. And I feel like it's important to find that reason too, so that if you want to change a behavior, you can figure out how to change it. I would advise each and every one of you to take a moment right now to kind of think about your life and think about all the hard times that you've been through, all the hard times that you're going through, all the hard times that you will go through, and everything in between. Think about it and think about how you're still here and that you're still alive and that you still have hope for the future. There's always hope and there's always positivity, and you can either choose to be negative all the time and attract negativity towards you, or you can choose to be positive and attract positivity towards you. And this is a very true thing. The more negative things you say, the more negative thoughts you feel, the more badly you'll feel. So if you just try to think positively about things, you'll automatically realize that things start going better in your life. Um, so yeah, I'm also going to be launching an app hopefully come 2024. I'm designing a mental health management app, and I just want you guys to know and keep your radar up. It'll be free and it'll be available to you all. I hope that you guys are still watching to know that this is a thing coming up, but I will be saying it in mostly every video to come. But yes, I am creating an app, and stay tuned for that because I think my app would be really helpful for a lot of you in managing your emotions and your mental health, and also learning about mental health. Um, so yeah, in general, I think life is exciting and is worth living, and I think that you guys should all think the same way because I don't want to lose any of you. I want all of you here with me, and I really enjoy your company. I really enjoy you all. And also, I've been trying to do live streams recently. I'm gonna try to be live tonight at 7 or 8 p.m. CST. So you guys be aware of that. That is let's see, 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. CST is 8 p.m. EST, and in like I don't know, Pacific time or whatever, that would be 5 or 6 p.m. I'm just kind of doing random math here, but you can kind of figure out where I am. I'm going to be online around that time. Hopefully I can get a stream working. If not, it'll just be another Q&A. If you missed the last one, don't worry. You can come to this one and I will answer all your questions and stay on for as long as any of you need. So feel free to come by and yeah, you can just pop in, say hi, listen to me. I really enjoy any conversations that we might have. But yeah, if you've watched this long, I will be live tonight. Yes. And hopefully every Wednesday and Friday, although I'm still working on the Friday. I feel like I've been slacking off on my Fridays, but for sure Monday and Wednesday, and I'm trying to get up a weekend time too. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys all stay safe out there and enjoy life, honestly, and blame society. Always blame society. See you guys.